What up? It's your boy J. Cole, the Vikings fan, back here with another video, man. And as you can see, Skol Nation, we did it again, man. We some way, somehow, we always find a way, man. That's what I like about this team, man. It's my Victory Monday recap from week 10. Week 10, man. And that game was an emotional roller coaster. That's probably one of the best games I done seen since the Minneapolis Miracle, man. As a Vikings fan, that game yesterday was like, that was a game that we would have lost last year, and we probably would have got like destroyed if this was last year. Like, it was a point I was watching, I like, man, I'm finna go. I don't want to watch this no more. But something kept telling me to just continue watching. Every time I had that thought, something else would happen. I'm like, man, I'm gonna keep watching. Then something else would happen, like, man, let me go, cause this Then something else, I was like, I'm finna watch. But, whew, we found a way to win in Buffalo, man. We were down 14, and the critics, the media, this team for real. They barely beating these. They have to come back and beat these other teams, these not so-called good teams. But it's hard to win week in and week out in the NFL. So we got the dub, man. Kirk Cousins, he had a fair game. I'm gonna say it was the first half. He was terrible. Second half, he played better, way better. That one pick, he overthrew KJ. You can't overthrow in the middle for one. And then that's when it started snowing and the wind. And I feel like that kind of played a little factor to that pass. But then the other one, that was just a bone. I feel like he was just saying ghost then. Like, he just threw it right to him. I was like, oh my God, Kurt. And that's the Kurt that people wants to see fail. That's the type of stuff that Kurt do, the ones that people want to see fail. The prime time Kurt, but they don't say nothing when he show out in prime time. They only, like, he's had plenty of good prime time games. But Dalvin Cook, I'm gonna go to Dalvin Cook, man. He was gas smashing and getting hit in there, but then he broke for that long one, and I feel like that changed the momentum of the whole game. It was just Dalvin Cook. I feel like, man, I ain't gonna say he took a step back, but I feel like he just don't got, or it's just this year that everybody somehow keeps tackling him shoestring, and he keep just being this close to breaking, but he found that hole and he got up out of there. He scored like a 60-something yard touchdown, and I don't remember how. I think they brought us back to like down 7 or something like that. That whole game from it was a blur, cause I was so tuned in and focused on the game. I'm just going off of emotions of what I remember. Then not Dalvin Cook, but JJ, he had a big game. It was the JJ versus Diggs. The trade that we got from Buffalo is how we got Justin Jefferson when we traded Diggs. So it's all love to Diggs, man. It ain't no hate. It was never no hate over here, because I knew why he wanted to leave. I knew it was I seen why he wanted to leave. It wasn't like that team. The chemistry, it wasn't there. He wanted a fresh start, and I respect him for that. And he did. He went to go do what he wanted to do. But I feel like we won that trade. It showed yesterday, man. We got the best player. No hate to Diggs, man. Shout out to JJ. He got like 20 games of 100-plus yards in the first 3 seasons. That's more than Odell and Randy Moss, So we got 2 Vikings on that list. Some way we find a way to draft good receivers, man. It's crazy. We had Diggs and JJ, or had Diggs and got JJ now, but yeah, man, he came up with some big catches, big blocks. It was JJ. I feel like this was probably his best game in the NFL. This is probably his best game, man. This is what the world needed to see of JJ. This is why he want to make it to the playoffs, so he could be on that big stage, man. Kurt, he went 30 for 50, 357, 1 touchdown, and 2 picks. Dalvin Cook had 14 carries, 119 yards, and 1 TD. Justin Jefferson had 10 receptions, 193 yards, and 1 touchdown. On to the defense. The defense, it's the still the like bend don't break, which is kind of it's hard to watch. But we're not gonna face Josh Allen every week. So a lot of them 3rd and 15s, we're going to get off the field against other quarterbacks. Josh Allen just happened to, he can throw, then he could just take off running. However big hit, man, like, that guy, man, was frustrating. It was like 3rd and 15, he ran. Then another 3rd and 11, he ran. Then 1/3, he passed to Diggs, and Diggs made a hell of a catch. Yeah, we're not facing Josh Allen every week, so that's another thing. Like, we was getting back there to sack him, but we just couldn't get him. Josh Allen, he just a hellified athlete, man. But our defense made key stops. Had that fumble when they was looking to score. Had that fumble. Caleb Evans. It's a Caleb. I want to say Caleb, but it's a Caleb. I don't want to get his name wrong. Evans. He been playing good. He came up. Put the helmet on the ball and knocked the ball out. Even though they reviewed it, it was kind of, I didn't know, but they called it on the field was a fumble, so it had to stand. Wasn't enough clear evidence to overturn it. What else? Patrick Peterson, man, big game. Harrison Smith had a big game. Eric Kendricks had a good game. It was just, I feel like we just played team ball, man. All phases other than special teams, I just feel like it kind of slack. But back to the defense. I'm going to get to special teams after this. But the defense played well. Josh Allen, he went 29 for 43, 330 yards, 1 TD, 2 picks. Their leading rusher was Josh Allen, 6 carries for 84 yards. And their leading receiver was Diggs for 12 receptions, 128 yards. So, I mean, like, they not going to say this on media, but Kirk Cousins outplayed y'all MVP. The NFL media MVP is Josh Allen. They love a boy. Kirk Cousins outplayed him. Josh Allen, he needs to be held accountable. I'm tired of, like, he can play trash, but other players can't. And when he do, it's the coaches. No, it's Josh Allen. He threw them picks. And he, getting to the end of the game when we was, like, going back and forth, Diggs made some big catches. The ref missed 12 men on the field when they stopped Dalvin. It was like a 3-yard loss. Then, I think, what happened after that? I don't know which part of the game is situations, but I know one situation that JJ caught a ball. It looked like he scored and it was game, but it wasn't. He was short. Then 4th down, we tried to sneak. Didn't get it. Which I see how we didn't get it. Kurt, when he goes in, he's holding the ball like this. Instead of holding it tight and reaching, soon he just reach it out and break the plane, then bring it back in. So, like that. Instead of he holding the ball like it's falling forward, he fell short. The ball wasn't, his body was over the line, but the ball wasn't. And they said he was short. So I'm like, damn. I was like, man. And let me go back. The play before, that's when the other 4th down. It was 4th down twice because Dalvin Cook, it was did some like play action, but it was a false start on defense, which it was clear as day. I didn't think they was gonna call it. I was like, they gotta call that. And he threw it to Dalvin. If he would have caught it, he would have scored. Penalty decline would have been a touchdown, and probably wouldn't win in overtime. But that happened. Then that's when the sneak happened. Then we didn't get that. So I'm like, man, we fought hard. We came to Buffalo, fought hard. I respect that L. I take that L. We lost, but they fought. That's all I wanted them to do was compete. Don't come to Buffalo and play like we did week 2 and go back to the narrative, they can't beat nobody. Where they signature win at? So, all I know is I was watching, I'm like, man, I seen Josh Allen try to take the snap, and he just didn't go forward. He just went back. At first, I was like, "Oh, it's a safety." Then I'm like, "He don't have the ball," so I'm like, "Oh, this is like it's fumble in the end zone." So I'm looking. I'm waiting to see who got the ball, touchdown or safety. So when they did like that touchdown, I was like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "We finna win like this," but. On another, I was like, man, this game is not over. So we scored. Luckily, we got the extra point, which if Greg Joseph would have hit that other extra point, we would have went up 4 points. So they would have had the score instead of kicking a field goal going into overtime. But Greg Joseph, he missed, which is frustrating because I don't want this team to have a heartbreak loss in a big game because the kicker. That's Minnesota. It's always the kicker. So I hope I don't know what they gonna do, but I just hope we get this kicking situation together before it's too late. But yeah, we went up 3. They got the ball. Josh Allen had some big runs. Then he had a big pass to what's that guy's name? It's not my team, so I don't be. Let's see. Davis. Gabe Davis. That's his name. Had that big pass to Gabe Davis, which should have been challenged because he did not control the ball when he hit the ground. The refs was making some, I felt like they was against us, and they did so much to try to help Buffalo win, and Buffalo still couldn't win. So that would make this win even bigger for me that we had to go against the refs and the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. So, anyways, they kicked the field goal. Winners got the overtime, and they finna flip the coin. I'm talking to my girl. I'm like, man, I'm like, he called tails. I like, yep, tails never fails. Flipped it, tails. I was like, yes, we want the ball. I was like, man, we finna win this. I don't want to say we want the ball, we gonna score. Y'all know what happened last time somebody said we want the ball, we gonna score. Matt Hasselbeck in Green Bay, but that's here or there. So I just said we want the ball. Let's go. Let's win this. So we came up with some big plays. Dalvin Cook had some big runs, and I just missed one of the biggest plays of the game, but it just came to my mind. But I'm going to talk about that after I talk about this overtime. So, overtime, big plays, Dalvin Cook, big plays, JJ. Kirk made some big plays. Had that one throw to JJ, got to the 2-yard line. I'm like, we finna win this game. And that's when they had 12 men on the field, and we ran, and Dalvin Cook got stopped for loss of 3. They was really not they was trying to help Buffalo win. But anyways, then it was that one, JJ called it. It was short, but we had to kick a field goal. Anyways, kick the field goal. Buffalo on offense. They, driving. That's when he had them big runs. Josh Allen had them big runs, and all thing is he threw it. I think he threw it to Gabe Davis in the end zone, Pac P. And I went crazy. I'm like, we won. Damn, we just this team can do something special. I could as a fan, I always never want to get my hopes up on this team because I'm so much used to heartbreak. But it just fit this team. When you watch them, see them, it just feel different from previous years. The atmosphere around this team, it just feel like everybody's happy to play football and go out there and have fun and just play. It ain't none of that. If you mess up, I'm going to bench you. They're just going out there having fun, playing together, and winning games. So, yeah, man. And let me go back. I missed, the bigged play of the game. That 4th down play, Kurt. Because I thought game was over. I'm like, man, Von Miller sacked him. And I watched the game stream. So I watched the stream. So after that, I just looked on my Twitter thread and I seen JJ is a beast. So I'm like, did we just convert? Like, we had to convert if they saying that. So next thing I know, I'm looking up. I see it. I see he go up. And he bring down the ball. I said, oh, what the heck? Like, what just happened? Like, he caught that? And they showed the replay. And I'm like, man, the ball had to hit the ground. He went up. They showed the ball, like, on their leg. And it never hit the ground. And he took it from dude. I was like, man. We finna win this game. That's when I knew we was going to win. Right there. I was like, we got to win. But that's that part. But, man, I'm just excited, man. It's, whew, that was one of the most, like, I don't know, fun time I had watching a Vikings game in a while. Like, I usually don't, like, last year I was just watching the game, like, I'm ready for, like, something new. Like, this team got too much talent to be losing these close games and whatever. So I'm like, man, last year I just watched, because that's my team, football. I'm going to watch, chill. But I didn't really have that much, like, confidence in the team. I was like, man, that's, all right, whatever. But soon we got Kevin O'Connell. I was saying this last year. Like, shout out to Mike Zimmer. He did what he could with the Vikings, man. I enjoyed, like, his time when he was first there. Then at the end, I was like, man, I think it's kind of time for him to, like, us to move on from him, because it's like this league is different. It's a lot of, like, it's the young coaches era dang there. So once we got Kevin O'Connell, I was like, I think this team can do something. I was like, man, we get the right coach, we can run the tables, man. But woo! Skol Vikings, man. We won. We went on the road, got a little signature win, which I'm waiting for. Y'all, no disrespect to Philly. They balling, but where are they signature win? What signature win they got? Just cause they blowing out teams, or hell, they barely beat the Texans. They beat us week 2? That's still like preseason. Like none of our starters or anything played preseason. So we still learning the playbooks, defense. So I feel like we more connected now. So that's it, man. Victory Monday, man. Skol Nation, we here. Sunday we got Dallas Cowboys. Let's handle business, and we got a short week, man, because we got to play Thanksgiving. So if we end this 3-0, it's nothing more we can like that'll be what? That'll be 10-1. Let's go. Skol Nation. I'm out.